Welcome back, everybody. So today, as you can see, is not my typical workshop. I am in the kitchen today because I am attempting to make some candles. A few years ago, we had some honeybees, and I had some of the wax leftovers. I'm like, I'll make some candles. So I ordered some wicks, and I also had an assortment of like essential oils for the scents. And then got some little jars and realized that either we threw it away or something happened. But anyways, I couldn't find the wax. So I ended up ordering some candle wax or beeswax off of Amazon and gonna try making a candle today, or a couple. This is the wax that I got. And I don't recall offhand how much it cost. It wasn't super expensive. And a bag full of wicks, so I can make a bunch of candles once I get some extra jars and whatnot. I already got these glued in place. These are just that brand of yogurt that comes in these little handy candle-like jars. And it's got the wire, helps keep it upright when you're pouring the wax. At least that's going to be the idea. Hopefully that works. And then I got a little double boiler. These are always handy for things, but for my case, it's going to be for melting wax. And then the recipe that I found online, it said, I believe it was 6 ounces of wax and then like 1 ounce of coconut oil. Apparently when you add the coconut oil, it helps it to burn slower, so the candle will actually last longer. And then I had already measured up my wax here, so that's why I got the scale. So I got an assortment of essential oils here. I think I want to go with the lemongrass one. That's a good smell. I like that. I'm not sure how much to put in. The recipe says like 1.5 teaspoons, but I feel like that's really, really strong. Did a little research when I was looking up this candle recipe and watched a video on someone that made a larger batch, and they used like a pound of wax and I believe it was a half a cup of coconut oil for that amount of wax, and then used like 30 drops of essential oil for that 1 pound. So if you cut that in half, that's almost where I'm at. So I would say somewhere between 12 to 15 drops. But even then, I still think that will be less than what the 1.5 teaspoons would be. So I don't want to have it overpowering, but at the same time, I at least want it to have some scent of lemongrass. So maybe I'll just go with 15 and hope for the best. But there's not much to this really. You're just gonna fill our boiler up with some water, melt our wax, and then take it off to let it cool a little bit. And then while it's doing that, we're going to add our coconut oil and drops of essential oil and stir it up, and then pour it into our little jars. Okay, so it looks like all of our wax is melted. I'm going to turn the temperature down on that and just move it to the side. You don't want it to cool off completely because otherwise it will just start to set. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop in my coconut oil. It's going to be roughly about 2 tablespoons is what I'm using. And then I'm going to use about 15 drops of, I'm going to change my mind. I think I'm going to use a little bit, or what's left I would spill in the essential oils on the counter, lemon and lemongrass, and maybe a couple drops of some citrus. We'll see how that goes. God. I may have miscalculated the number of drops I put in. These are glass and they don't drip very well. Okay, maybe that's good. One for good measure. Or two. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit, give it a good stir, make sure everything's spread out evenly. This one burn somewhat. It does have a lemony scent to it, so that's a good thing. All right, now probably the most difficult for trying to film and pour. I don't want to put it all in one at one time to make sure I have enough so they're even. Probably could have mixed up more than that. Well, the recipe was a little off, but I guess you don't want the wax all the way to the very, very top. Gotta have a place for it to pool up. So we're gonna let that set and come back to tomorrow. See what these look like. Hopefully the cats will not knock them on the floor. Okay, so we are on day 2. Our candles have been sitting overnight. They turned out fine, except for they have like a weird like low spot in them. Both of them did it. I don't know if it has something to do with the rate of the wax cooling or what, but it's still gonna burn fine, and I can't really tell if the amount of essential oils that I used is enough because my head's all plugged up, so hopefully I'll be able to smell these at a later date. But other than that, pretty easy project. It's kind of cool to try something new. And one nice thing about beeswax, and then these are hemp wicks, is that they're natural, so they don't give off any like chemicals, unlike paraffin wax candles, which I didn't realize they did that. So if you're looking for something natural and a little less toxic for your home, try some beeswax candles. But I think for now that will wrap up this short little video. So see you guys later, and thanks for watching. See you later.